teams on the other sides of the country in the same conference. You look at the Dodgers and the Mets.
They should all just move to Montana. Every team should play in Montana.
Yes, or we could switch with the D-League teams and the real team. The Bakersfield Jam versus the Los Angeles Defenders.
That's a great game right there.
You know,
the league team names are just awful. They put no creativity into them at all. They just sat down and they're like, "What should we name them?" I don't know. The Defenders.
No, but here's what's going to set us apart. We're going to put a hyphen instead of an E.
They put no thought into
it. Right there.
Guys, what we should do is have eventually just do an all D-League show predicting who will win the D-League championship.
Well, you know, we do know a guy that actually is a D-League announcer. Did we bring, like, the Warriors D-League announcer on? Like, way back at, like, the national sports shows, like, when we were all at camp.
I think we may have.
We did. We could do this, guys.
Yeah, we have Connect. Gonna happen.
You know what it says on the homepage for the NBA D-League? 110 current NBA players have NBA D-League experience.
Oh my God.
Thank you for telling us. Hey, Josh Howard is now in the D-League.
Are you serious?
Well, you also got... is Shabazz Muhammad still playing D-League right now?
I hope so. He deserves it. He left UCLA. He should have stayed. He got too egotistic. And you know what happens to people with big egos? Am I bitter? I am not bitter.
Guys, you know, the Rio Grande Valley Vipers is really good to me right now. You know, they've been playing so well, led by Chris Johnson. I mean, 32 points in the 139-126 win over Delaware.
Who has been?
Chris Johnson.
You know what? I want to ask Siri.
NBA D-League is giving a show.
Yeah. How about this? Siri, who was your favorite D-League team?
I don't really like talking about myself.
But your name's not D. I'm done. Siri won't even talk about the D-League. It is official.
You guys aren't really close yet. She doesn't really like you, obviously, if she doesn't feel comfortable talking to you.
But she said, I don't feel comfortable talking about myself.
The main Red Claws.
Siri is the D-League, apparently. I asked her about the D-League. She said, I don't like talking about myself.
Oh, well, yeah. You didn't know this. No. Apple is developing such a big upgrade that she has officially thought of herself as the D-League, because she is that worse compared to it.
Wait, oh my God, guys. Remember how I said the Bakersfield Jam, we're going to play the Defenders? And you guys were like, it's going to be a great game? They actually played tonight. And the Bakersfield Jam won at the buzzer.
Really?
Oh!
110-108. The Jam defeated the Defenders.
So I'm looking at the map of D-League teams, and my favorite thing is the Central Conference is just a line of teams, like geographically.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite teams.
The Delaware 87ers.
The Sioux Falls Sky Force.
Oh my God.
They're mad ants. Oh no.
The Mad Ants?
The Tulsa 66ers.
I like the 66ers. That's Route 66. That's what the Dodgers have for single A.
I think the 87ers is so terrible. The 87ers may be the worst one, though, I've ever seen.
Really? Then you clearly have not seen the main Red Claws.
The only ones that work are 6 and 9. Those are the only numbers that work in names.
Guys, I know you're going to be sad to hear this, but Hamadi Ndiaye of the Kings, he got reassigned to the Reno Bighorns.
Main Red Claws. It's a giant crab.
You know, what's his name? Dennis Schroeder or whatever, Schroeder, however his name was pronounced, the guy who was supposed to be really good, he just got assigned to the Bakersfield Jam.
Nice. Go Jam.
That's pretty
Rio Grande put up 145 points. Rio Grande is looking pretty good. And Pierre Jackson.
Grande Valley Vipers? Dude, they're the Rio Grande Valley Vipers.
The
Pierre
Texas...
Jackson.
They play in State Farm Arena.
Oh, like a good neighbor. State Farm is there.
Hey, Chris Wright of the Maine Red Claws leads the, he's 5th in the D-League in scoring.
Alright, my favorite part, another great thing is there's 15 D-League teams. And I believe 12 of them are single teams. And then the rest of the teams are all put in, have 5 of them on each of them, or 6 of them on each of them. It's pretty funny, actually.
This is great.
Yeah, the Bulls
this is
have
pretty great.
5
And then
teams. Bulls, Nuggets,
the D-League
Pelicans.
Here are the most titles.
I'm now considering going to every league NBA game. And every
and then,
D-League
like,
game ever.
you know,
I'm just
the
gonna
Rio
watch
Grande Valley Vipers were the champions of the D-League.
They're the
last year,
defending.
so-
They are the defending national champion. If you think the Heat have the legacy, then you have been sadly mistaken.
It is the Vipers. I mean, if you put them up against the Heat, I'm sorry, the Heat are gonna get killed. It's not even a competition.
I mean, that's just the plain facts of the thing.
Carl, I'm looking at that map that you were telling me about. This is beautiful. Like, if only life could be this pretty.
It's pretty special. It really, really is.
The Springfield Armor.
That's pretty
Oh
cool.
God, the Iowa Energy. I'm done. I'm out.
That's the Bulls.
The Iowa Energy. Oh God.
See, the Trailblazers are okay. The Trailblazers aren't bad. We're the Idaho Stampede. I can live with
Guys,
that.
there's only one league that can compete with the D League, and that's the WNBA.
No,
They're the only league. The only league.
on ice.
Yeah. See,
Dude,
Atlanta tried as hard as they could, but unfortunately, Mickey Mouse had a little bit too much leverage over them.
The Qatari Disney on ice.
Hey guys, Chicago though in the WNBA is really good. Like, we were the second best team in the WNBA standings wise.
The WNBA champs could probably beat the Rio Valley Grande Vipers. No, the Rio Grande Valley Vipers.
They're pretty
Chicago Sky.
Alright, well, we do have to move things along, but I think we have a new favorite subject on this show, and it's the D-League.
Next up, we're gonna go to Triple A. We're gonna go to Single A baseball and find the most obscure baseball team.
You know, what we could do is actually look up the most obscure team with the best names. It's time for the name game. I've been researching the best names in college football over this past week, and without cheating. You have to go through a bunch of rosters and handpick some great guys. I think I've found my winner for this week. The quarterback from Alabama State, Quinteris Toppings. Guys, do we approve of Quinteris Toppings, or do you think Trey Perrier, the linebacker?
I do like Trey Perrier. I'm going to throw out this guy. He came to my attention while watching Bowling Green beat Northern Illinois last night. Boo Boo Gates. That's B. I mean, he's had quite the season. I mean, he had he tackles pretty well. He's had good tackles. He also had an 82-yard return for a touchdown interception earlier this year against Ohio.
But no,
I'd stick with Jake's because I think Clinton Dix is just as bad as Boo Boo Gates. I mean, I'm still right with my one, and I cheated on this, even though it's not college football. Women's weightlifting competitor for Thailand, she won a bronze in Beijing. Prapawati Jaron Ratana Tarakun.
well, you can take your
28-letter last name.
you can take your
28-letter.
you can take your Propawati. I will take the running back out of Chattanooga, the alum of Terrell Owens, Tolerance Shepherd. His name is Tolerance. But we had to pick one team.
That is pretty special.
We had to pick one team that collectively put together the best names. This week, that team is the Memphis Tigers. Jameer Valentine, Kawion Malone, Lamarvin Ashley, Tyrick Patrick, Tyriq, Tank Jakes, Fritz Etienne, Raymone Wiggins, spelled Raymone apostrophe, and nothing after the apostrophe.
Normal name. Everybody.
No, not even.
Like first name. Jimmy, Philip,
Really?
Chris, Scott.
We're not
Hey,
even.
I found Damani. I found two in a row. Rayshawn McGee and Damani Wilson.
We're
And
not even.
Reynaldo Curtin.
We're not even done with Memphis though. Dontrell Scott, Latarius Brady, Markeith Minnick, and where was the best one? It was name started with a D. It was just two D's in a row, and it was just so beautiful. Here we go. Dorland Dorcius, running back, Spring, Texas. Dorland Dorcius, you are our co-winner with Quinteris Toppings. Join us next week.
You really do love Quinteris Toppings.
I love Quinteris Toppings. How many? What would I like on my ice cream? I would like some toppings. How many? I would like Quinteris Toppings. Thank you very much.
It's a pretty great name.
It is a great name. But this week's winner is Memphis, and our co-champs are Dorland Dorcius and Quinteris Toppings. Join us next week for our new recurring segment, The Name Grain. It is a lot of fun.
I would like to tell you, Jake, something. So I was just looking at Quinteris Toppings. He happens to have a Twitter.
He does not.
So I decided to go, I'm following Quinteris Toppings on Twitter now.
Oh my god, I love you, Quinteris. Tell him I said hi. Ask him if you could be in the show. Quinteris, we love you. What is it like to play in Alabama State?
Jake, how about you get a Twitter and tell him that?
How's his name spelled?
Quick, sound it out. Sound it out.
It's QUINTERRISTERRIS.
Wait, not so fast. Not so fast. A challenger is approaching. A challenger is approaching.
The toppings.
Rob Donovan.
His background is hilarious.
Rob Donovan Lewis, cornerback from Louisiana Monroe. His name is spelled ROB apostrophe DONOVAN. They couldn't decide between Rob and Donovan, so they put them together. And I, for one, am thankful that they could not decide. Guys, let's get back on track here. College basketball, as we head in the home stretch of our 20th episode, not so spectacular. Mizzou over UCLA today. What did we take away from this game? Carl, you go first.
What did we take away from this game? We took away from this game that you should fear Mizzou, especially on their home court. I'm not sure if they can win the SEC, but I think they'll definitely be up. I think they could be the second best team in the SEC.
Interesting.
Behind Kentucky, I think they're the second best team in the SEC.
I agree. No, what do you think?
I don't think they're the second best. I think that Florida, when healthy, is the second best because everybody's getting injured for Florida. Everybody gets injured. Wilbekin, you had some of their freshmen that kept getting injured. So when they're Missouri is the second best, and they've played well everywhere. I mean, undefeated so far. They managed to beat West Virginia. They beat Northwestern. They beat Hawaii. They beat a couple of good teams, and they're looking good. And, you know, the SEC isn't necessarily that talented, so they have a good shot of possibly getting a high seed, possibly a 4 seed in March Madness with the schedule.
Yeah, you know, you did mention Florida's basketball team, and that's going to bring us to Rookie's Rant, and I almost forgot about this, but you saying their name just really reminded me. You may have heard about the debacle that happened with Florida basketball's traveling plans. Earlier this week, they lost to Connecticut. Shabazz Napier made it at the buzzer. However, it turns out they were pretty lucky to even get there, and it came at the expense of quite a few others. You know, I like Delta. We've flown on there. They're pretty cool. They gave us a full refund when our grandpa was not doing well. Who, by the way, it looks like